The recording process has now started. Cool.
And then she said,
Yeah, and then it was like bazinga. Um
"Oh,
so for
I got
those
nothing."
that are just jumping in and checking out, this is just going to be an impromptu let's talk of me and Beard Arsenal. He's not on camera right now because of reasons.
My
But
my
he
laptop had a accident.
he doesn't he doesn't have his full setup going, so we're just gonna record it like this. We're gonna do the thing, not do it live. But yes, so we were talking about, so he was streaming and the conversation popped up about Grand Theft Auto 6 and storyline versus GTA Online. And I feel like, if you want to see the first part of the conversation, go and check out his stream of God of War Ragnarok. um I don't remember what the hell the title was called to it, but it's there.
The Old Man Kratos Adventures is what it's. The
There you
whole
go.
series is becoming right now because I'm too lazy to change the damn titles.
Pro YouTuber over there. So yeah, that's basically just so we're jumping into back into this topic of discussion and everything. Um, my take is they'll probably so again, like I've talked about this before on camera and on microphone and everything, is that this is the last this is the last major Rockstar project that all the original Rockstar developed. Well, not all, because Leslie Benzie has been gone for a long time, but like the core team, like yes, well, one of the Hauser brothers, or both the Hauser brothers worked on it. One of them retired, or retired from Rockstar, went to go make their own studio. Leslie Benzie also retired from Rockstar, went to go make his own studio, and this has all happened in the 10-year span that they've been working on Grand Theft Auto 6. And then, of course, you've had a bunch of people, leave Rockstar for whatever reason, not good reasons because they got better offers, and other reasons because they didn't want to work on online stuff anymore. Um, but yeah, like basically this is the last major Rockstar project that will come out that is of that kind of original team for the most part. So the original writers and the original ones that literally made GTA. I get we'll say GTA 4. I don't know if anybody's still left from like GTA Vice City days or whatever, but um yeah, like it just seems like this Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be a double shot into the industry of like, one, if it's done right and it's done good, it should be the big fucking parody thing that it always is. Again, I wouldn't, if there isn't a Trump fucking parody in there somehow, like Donald Love comes back from wherever the hell he's been. Donald Love that was in Vice City
God.
original from the 80s and everything. If he's not in there doing like real estate in Florida or some shit, or like they don't have Mar-a-Lago in there or some shit, and the old Scarface Tony Montana fucking mansion in there and everything, like it, yeah, like there is a lot of ways that GTA 6 can miss the mark, but I think this is going to be a love letter to the fans. And then maybe like that, give it like 4 to 6 months, then we go into the online stuff. Like let the single player simmer. Let everybody get into the single player, because I mean, we know it's just like Elden Ring, where people that don't even like Souls games are like, I'm gonna give Elden Ring a try, especially with Shadow of the Erdtree and everything. Um, we know it's the same thing for it's like Cyberpunk. Everybody stopped and was like, "This is kind of cool." This doesn't work too well on the old on the old systems and everything. Um, but GTA 6, we have a developer that knows what the hell they're doing. They always deliver. They've never missed, and on top of that, it's they should be having like a love letter to the fans, and then you have the online. So again, this could be the last one where they focus solely on the storyline stuff first and foremost. But yeah, yeah. Again, like if you're a Rockstar fan at all, it's like this is the one to cherish, because we might not get this again after this. especially with Take Two. The way and this goes into what you were saying of like, well, they're just going to focus online because they make so much money off of it. Yes, Take Two is making billions, like literally billions of fucking dollars a month on this thing, like the shark cards, because again, like you were saying, the loot box thing and all that stuff. There is no loot boxes. You just buy shit. So I mean, that last time when I jumped on GTA Online, just seeing like the nightclubs and all that shit, I'm just like, damn, there is a lot of stuff that you can end up getting cash on here and buying and everything. Like they have, for as much as I don't like the whole MMO aspect of it, there is a lot of developers that put a lot of fucking hard work into online, making it function and just like all the different the heists to the jobs to the all that shit.
I'm just like, can we just have online without the transactions, the microtransactions?
Well, no, that is online. That's just the way it works. That's how they pay for servers. That's how they pay to make all this shit happen. Where do you think the money's coming from to make all this stuff? If they didn't make $1 billion or whatever the fuck it is a month, you would not be seeing all these updates. Like Grand Theft Auto 5 would have been done probably 6 years ago. Like 4, 5, 6 years ago. Like they were, if you remember, they were only going to do the heist update, like the first like bank job update thing, and then they were going to be done with it, and then they were going to go full throttle over to GTA 6, and then because the bank heist update did so well, then they were like, oh well, maybe we'll make another one where you're the biker club stuff, and then that one did really well, and then they're like, well, maybe we'll make one more, and then that's just been the thing of it. We'll come out with another. Maybe one more. We got Dr. Dre. We got
one more. No more.
Yeah. Talk about all this.
Basically, what they're fucking doing. It.
Yeah. Is talk about all this stuff too. And this is like this ties in with game design wise too. Of like, it's such a drastically different way that Grand Theft Auto Online feels versus the single player story mode stuff. You have so much more cinematic shit that happens in the single player story mode stuff, and there's so much more stories are crossing back and forth between the characters and everything, and that's just because they don't have to go into a server based thing. It is just build the game and make the game function. And so when I was just playing the first Descendant there on stream, that's the reason why I went into that rant of like, this is the reason why I don't like Grand Theft Auto Online as much as I like the story mode stuff. Because it's just like when you get online, when you go into the online thing, not everything needs multiplayer. Not everything, but I will.
I mean, some games can benefit from. I mean, not everything.
It's like a lot of people for the longest time was saying like Mass Effect needs multiplayer, and then as soon as they did it, everybody's like, "This was a bad idea." It's like, but
maybe for like a whole nother story, not that freaking Gears of War style horde mode,
and that's
that they did.
Yeah, that was my whole thing. I'm like, man, if they could figure out how to do some drop in co-op like thing, something like that with it, it'd be there could be something very cool with that. But that kind of just turns into Destiny at that point too, and it's just like then you have to have other people with you, or you can't get through the raid and all that. It's like,
well, you cut all the raid crap out.
Yeah, I know, but but that is their game design logic, though. If because that's the way they design the game. That's just the way they know. That's the way every developer makes this shit. Is that it turns into basically just a raid mode. Like every mission is just go over here, kill a bunch of things, cinematic cutscene, back to HQ.
Honestly, how difficult is it to set it up for like? You have your single player mode, and then you have your the hell was it? Neo and I think Souls do it too. Like you play offline. Cool.
Oh, the drop in.
The minute you pull, you drop in that other person into the thing, everything gets harder because you have another person in there. It starts compensating for.
Well, what I think of like. something like God, what the hell was the last games that had actual like drop in drop out co-op? Because everything, if a game has multiplayer, it's just basically just built around, it's like multiplayer centric now. um Far Cry, I think that's probably one of the newest ones that you have, where it's like all of a sudden your buddy can just jump in on your game and he just spawns next to you, and then you can run as many missions as you want. You can jump back out, go, they can go back into their own world. You're doing the thing in your world. Borderlands, I was remembering that one comes to mind from back in the day, where it's like, oh, okay, you can just jump in, help out with one mission, jump back out afterwards. Um, yeah, something like Neo and all that stuff, that where it's just like for one mission. That's also drop in, drop out. But again, the problem is the developers, they all just make everything centered around, like they make the level design, the quest design, everything is centered around having multiple people in the matchup. It's just like,
Hmm.
And when you do that, it takes away any, if you want to have a scripted spot. Okay, a great example of a scripted spot is when in GTA 5, when you catch Amanda almost fucking with the yoga teacher, and it's what starts the whole storyline going. Like you meet Franklin, you meet Michael and everything. Trevor is not even in the story yet, and all of a sudden, Michael and Franklin pull up to the house, and the yoga teachers, jumping out. No. Franklin pulls up to the house, and Michael is chasing the yoga teacher out of there, and Amanda's standing there in the towel. And then Michael's like, "Come on, Franklin, we're gonna go fuck this guy's shit up and whatnot." And if I can, and then they drive up through. Like you could do that like cinematic moment online because they do it, but the point where you drive up the road and then you see him standing on the balcony, and then you go and put the winch onto the support beam and pull the whole fucking deck down, it takes the whole house out and everything. You can't do that stuff online, I don't think. I'm pretty sure they
No.
don't do anything like that online. It's
I
nothing
mean,
like
too many
big
people would be
cinematic
running
like
around
that.
fucking doing that, running around ripping down buildings.
Well, no, like what I'm saying is like too many people
Clusterfuck the
would be
server.
like holding a flamethrower so you can't see what the fuck is happening, like put it in the camera angles and everything. Like there's too many people that would fuck things up, or for something just to be playing
Well,
out.
it's just another simple fix. When you go in, that's it. You don't. Nobody else is able to get in and do anything.
I mean, this,
It just
yeah.
comes to a pre-generated cutscene, which
Well,
it just adds in your character.
well, if you're, and this is where I don't think it can, do an in-game cutscene if it's online, because then it has to go through a whole, like, the server has to match up with the other players that are in your party, but it's already trying to track every other player on the server that's in the range of you and all that stuff. Like, there's too many things. If it's if you're in a server and you're playing always online like that, there's too many things it's already trying to track to be able to run a cutscene like that. Because technically, and from what I remember, when there is a cutscene happening, you are not in the party lobby anymore. You're not in the server lobby. You are, it is just a cutscene running. It's like you're in your own private little area or whatever. You're in your private server or whatever. And it runs the cutscene through, and then you go back into the public lobby afterwards. I'm pretty sure it runs like that, because you won't see, if you know, like the last one that I can think of where there was a cutscene run was like the underground missile silo shits or whatever the fuck it was, or drug lab or something like that. And when you first buy it and you walk, oh, the clubhouse actually, when you first buy that thing, you walk into it. I'm pretty sure there was a cutscene or something. It's been years since I played online extensively, but that online cutscene, you are not on the map. Like, everybody's like, "Oh, you disappeared." Yeah, I'm watching a cutscene, because you are not in the public lobby anymore. You are in basically just the game world. Boom, cutscene happens, in game cutscene happens, and then it goes boop, and it populates you back into the lobby again. So this is the reason why I'm so like I dare I say I'm against GTA Online in that aspect of, like, I don't want Grand Theft Auto just to turn into an MMO. Like that would be the biggest fucking bummer for me, because this is the reason why I don't like MMOs also. It's just like when I jumped in and started playing Final Fantasy 14 on stream, and I got bored
Oof.
about 15 minutes in, because it was just like, okay, run over there, talk to the lady at the counter. Oh, she wants you to go talk to this other person over there in the corner. Go over, talk to them in the corner. Then they send you back to the counter lady. Talk to her again. You get a piece of gear. Then you talk to her again. You get a quest. You run over to this other area. You're supposed to slaughter like 2 or 3 things to get some materials or some shit. There's like 50 other players over there slaughtering the same thing. You can't even find one to fucking kill.
Yep.
It takes you fucking 15 minutes just to get that thing done. You run back to that same counter lady again, and then you're going to get another quest. It's like, that's the level design, quest design that they do when it's always online with you know, whether it's MMO or it's like a Grand Theft
Talk to this
Online.
person, go butcher a bunch of things. Talk to that person, go butcher a bunch of things.
It's like the first thing that they do in Grand Theft Auto Online is you go and talk to Trevor, and Trevor gives you a mission. Was it, how did they do it? He literally pokes his head out of the trailer window and he's like, "Oh, fuck face, go and do the thing and then come back to me afterwards." Now, when you see Trevor the first time, he's banging Johnny's fucking old lady and then goes and stomps his face in and all that stuff. Like, again, that's the more cutscene, the more crazy storyline stuff that ends up happening when you're not online and all that. There's some people who never played a single player storyline. They have no idea that shit happens.
Oh, Jesus.
But for all of us OG GTA players, it's like, that's the stuff that I'm looking forward to in Grand Theft Auto 6 of like, I want to see, I don't know who the fuck the dude's name is, but then you have, you know, the chick in there. I want to go through, eat a bunch of burgers, make them fat, go and work out, you know, make them buff afterwards. I want to fucking get a car in my garage, trick that ride out, run around Vice City, see all the references and everything. I don't give a fuck about online. Like, I want the cool shit, man. Online is just, it's just a fuck around and find out with your friends. And yeah, there's a point in time for that, but the majority of the reason why GTA Online has the stuff it has is because they did such a good job at making it work in the single player first. And this comes down to like, it's just like the SOCOM thing where I'm like, yes, we should have SOCOM US Navy SEALs come back, but make the single player as good as it can be first, then we can go into multiplayer afterwards. Like if they brought back Killzone, I'd say the same thing for that stuff too. It's like, make the single player as good as it can be, something that can rival Call of Duty in a single player campaign. Then let's go over to multiplayer to make sure that the core aspect of the game runs really well. Then we go over to multiplayer, fuck around with servers and all that stuff. My nose.
Take care of there, guy.
Yeah. I'll probably have to sneeze sooner or later. So yeah, that's a whole thing there. Let me because this is gonna be in segments.
Stay tuned for when he finally will he sneeze.
I'm gonna pop up. See that subscribe button right? It's right behind the Beard Arsenal's thing. Ah, shit. Hold on. Wait. Put the text behind the sub button. There we go. So yeah, hit that sub button over on the YouTube channel, and yeah, hit the sub button on both Beard Arsenal and my channel, and you can see more Let's Talks in the future.